Last week, a startup tried to sell you a web browser for $200 a month after its CEO went on a podcast and admitted the main reason to build it was to track everything you do online to sell hyper-personalized ads. This isn't some dystopian fever dream. It's the launch strategy for Perplexity Comet, a browser that claims to be your new AI thought partner but is already being called a high-tech scam. It's a direct assault on Google Chrome's throne, but the central question is whether it's the future of the web or just a spectacular train wreck. This is closed source, and let's talk about AI. The AI browser wars are in full swing. For decades, Chrome has been the undisputed king, holding over 66% of the market. But now, the race is on to build a truly AI-native browser. Perplexity, the AI search engine backed by Jeff Bezos and NVIDIA, just made the most aggressive move yet. They claim Comet will shift the browser from navigation to cognition, turning your window to the web into an intelligent agent that actively thinks for you. The heart of this is the Comet Assistant, a persistent AI in your sidebar that can read, interpret, and act on the content of any page or even across dozens of open tabs. The demos are insane. You can ask it to compare a product across 5 e-commerce sites and find the fastest shipping, extract flight details from an email to create a calendar event, or even book a flight for you, navigating the checkout page without a single click. To pull this off, it's built on Chromium, which is a genius move. It sidesteps the nightmare of building a rendering engine and makes switching from Chrome painless by importing all your extensions, bookmarks, and settings instantly. The secret sauce is its deep awareness of the document object model, or DOM, allowing it to understand a web page's structure, creating a digital nervous system that sees what you see. It sounds like genius. So why did the internet immediately label it clownware? Well, first, there's the price. The media ran wild with the headline that Comet costs $200 a month, or $2,400 a year. Perplexity later clarified that the browser will eventually be free, and the fee is for their Max subscription, which just guarantees early access. But the damage was done. They created a pay-to-beta test model that framed the product as absurdly out of touch. But the real catastrophe is the privacy paradox. The browser is marketed with a privacy-first architecture and a built-in ad blocker. But in an April 2025 podcast, CEO Aravind Srinivas admitted that tracking everything users do online to sell hyper-personalized ads was the key reason to build Comet. You can't have it both ways. You can't be a privacy tool and a surveillance machine for advertisers. This forked tongue strategy has created a massive trust deficit. And if the strategy wasn't bad enough, the execution is just rough. A ZDNet review found Comet is significantly slower than Chrome, scoring 29.3 on the speedometer benchmark compared to Chrome's 34.3. Worse, the killer features are buggy as hell. A TechCrunch review detailed the AI assistant hallucinating and entering the wrong dates for a booking. And that seamless Google integration? Another review documented it consistently failing to connect to Gmail and Calendar, defeating the entire purpose of the automation. So is it a scam? Not really. A scam implies there's no real product. The tech is real and the ambition is visionary. But is it genius? Not when your core features don't work and your business model is a privacy nightmare. The reality is that Comet is a strategic Trojan horse. Perplexity built a browser because Google refused to add them as a default search engine in Chrome. So they built their own distribution channel to achieve what the CEO calls infinite retention and create a defensible data moat built on first-party data that competitors can't touch. That part is genius. The execution, however, is deeply flawed. So what's the future for Comet? The most probable outcome is an acquisition. A company like Apple could buy the tech, throw the toxic advertising model in the trash, and integrate the agent into Safari under its trusted privacy-first brand. Regardless, Comet has fired the starting gun. It has shown what a truly agentic browser could be, and you can bet that Google and OpenAI are scrambling to copy the best ideas and roll them out to their billions of users, neutralizing Comet's edge before it ever gets a foothold. It's a high-stakes, visionary, and deeply flawed gamble on the future of the web.